Part 1. Control what is yours. When was the last time you spent an entire day worrying about something you couldn't change? Maybe someone misunderstood you. Maybe you sent a message and waited for a reply that never came. Maybe you did everything right at work and someone else still got the credit. And somehow, even though the moment lasted 5 minutes, you carried it for 5 hours. That's the strange thing about the human mind. Something happens once, and then we make it happen again and again by thinking about it. The Stoics had a simple answer to this. Separate what belongs to you from what doesn't. Your actions belong to you. Your effort belongs to you. Your choices, your judgment, your character, those are yours. But other people's opinions? Not yours. Their reactions? Not yours. The outcome? Not entirely yours. And this distinction changes everything. Because most of our frustration comes from trying to control something we were never given control over. You can speak honestly. You cannot control whether someone believes you. You can prepare for an opportunity. You cannot control whether you get chosen. You can love someone deeply. You cannot control whether they love you back. That doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop confusing caring with controlling. So when something goes wrong today, pause before asking, how do I make this turn out the way I want? Ask something smaller. What's actually mine to do? Maybe it's making the call. Maybe it's apologizing. Maybe it's walking away. Maybe it's simply accepting that there is nothing left to do. Do what belongs to you. Then release the rest. Because peace doesn't come from controlling more of life. Sometimes it comes from finally understanding what was never yours to control. Part 2. Use the obstacle. There's something we all do when life gets difficult. We assume the difficulty means we're going in the wrong direction. The rejection means we're not good enough. The failure means we should stop. The uncomfortable conversation means the relationship is broken. The setback becomes evidence that something has gone wrong with our entire life. But what if we're looking at obstacles backward? The Stoics believe difficulty could become material for a better life. Not because pain is automatically good. It isn't. But because the way you meet difficulty can develop something that comfort never could. You don't learn patience when everything goes your way. You learn it when someone tests you. You don't learn courage when you're completely comfortable. You learn it when you're afraid and move anyway. You don't discover your character when life is easy. You discover it when life gives you a reason to abandon it. Marcus Aurelius understood this. An obstacle doesn't always have to be something that stops you. Sometimes it becomes the very thing that teaches you how to move forward. Think about a difficult period in your own life. At the time, you probably didn't call it growth. You called it exhausting. You called it unfair. You probably wished it would end. But look at what it taught you. Maybe you became more independent. Maybe you learned who you could trust. Maybe you finally stopped accepting something you should have left years earlier. The situation wasn't necessarily good, but something good came from the way you handled it. That's the distinction. Stoicism doesn't ask you to pretend adversity doesn't hurt. It asks you not to waste the pain. So the next time life puts something in your way, don't immediately ask, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what can this demand from me? More patience? More courage? More discipline? More honesty? Because sometimes the thing blocking your path isn't the end of the path. Sometimes it is where you finally become capable of walking it. Part 3. Master the space. Imagine someone says something to you that instantly makes your blood boil. You feel it before you even think. Your chest tightens. Your face gets warm. Your mind starts preparing the perfect response. And suddenly, you're no longer listening. You're reacting. That's where most of us lose ourselves. Not when something happens, but in the few seconds after it happens. The Stoics understood something incredibly important. You may not control the first feeling, but you can practice controlling what comes next. Someone insults you, anger appears. That's human. Someone rejects you, disappointment appears. That's human. Something unexpected happens. Fear appears. That's human. The emotion itself isn't the failure. The failure is assuming that because you feel something, you have to obey it. There is a space between what happens and what you do about it. Sometimes it's only a breath, but that breath matters. Because inside it, you can choose. You can ask, do I actually want to say this? Will this make things better? Is this who I want to be? That pause won't always make you calm. It doesn't have to. The goal isn't to become emotionless. The goal is to stop letting every emotion become an instruction. Anger can tell you something matters. It doesn't have to tell you what to do. Fear can warn you. It doesn't have to make your decision. Sadness can exist. It doesn't have to define your identity. This is where Stoicism becomes less like philosophy and more like a daily practice. Notice the feeling. Don't judge it. Don't run from it. Don't immediately act on it. Give yourself one breath. Then choose. Because life will always give you things you didn't ask for. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. Some days will hurt. You can't control all of that. But you can keep practicing the space between the event and your response. And slowly, almost without noticing, you stop becoming a person who merely reacts to life and become someone who chooses how to meet it.